practice is going to be a grounding practice that might help you release any stress, anxiety, and tension. Grounding helps us reconnect to the ground and the earth and reminds us that we are safe and that everything's going to be okay. So get yourself into a comfortable position. I suggest sitting up, maybe crossing one leg over the other, or just loosely letting the legs touch the ground. Try to get your shoulders over your hips. Tuck the chin in a little so that you get some more length in the spine. Let your shoulders roll down and back. Gently, if it feels okay, maybe close your eyes. And just spend a few moments noticing your natural breath. Noticing in this moment how your body feels. If there are places of tightness or tension. Not judging the breath, not judging the feelings in the body or the thoughts and emotions that we have, but just simply noticing that they're there. We are human. We are allowed to feel any emotion that's coming up right now. And then let's begin to use our breath as a tool to help us soften and relax. Take your breath in through your nose, and as you breathe in, let the belly get big and the ribs get wide. And when you get to the exhale, let that come out of your nose and everything draws in, belly to the spine. Inhaling through the nose, belly expands, ribs get wide, chest gets broad. Hold that inhale. And then slowly exhale. Everything draws back towards the spine. And hold that breath empty. 2 more rounds of this breath at a pace that feels okay for you. Inhaling, expanding, and exhaling, drawing in. Inhaling, expanding, and exhaling, drawing in. Great job. Now let's take our fingers into Bhu Mudra. That's where our thumb touches the pinky and the ring fingers on both sides. And so the pointer and middle fingers are long. And bring those out to the side so they touch the ground, and you make this triangle mountain kind of shape. Again, letting the shoulders draw down the back towards the midline, but they're not working really hard. And the fingers are just lightly kissing the ground. And the chin is tucked just slightly so we get that length through the spine. And if it feels okay and safe, close your eyes and come back to a nice slow inhale and an even slower exhale through the nose. And begin to visualize the color red, maybe even an earthy brown red. Maybe you can see this color behind your eyelids. And noticing the fingertips touching the ground. Become aware of the parts of the foot, the calf, the leg, the sit bones, anything else that's touching the ground. Maybe trace that shape in your mind's eye. And as you breathe in, feel light. And as you exhale, feel heavy and soft, and settle into the mat, into the earth. Still have a nice long line in the spine, and the core and back muscles are still holding us up. Breathing in, feeling light. And exhaling, feeling heavy and soft. Inhaling, maybe this lightness is a calm. And the exhale is the calm, feeling heavy and soft. Inhaling light, calm, peace. Exhaling, heavy, soft. Keep breathing here. Using the breath as a tool to help you realize the emotions of grounding, calm, soft. And in this moment, remind yourself, I am safe and I am loved. I am safe and I am loved. One more nice inhale through the nose. Maybe sigh it out through the mouth to gently open your eyes. Beautiful. Let's begin to bring a little movement into the body, keeping the left hand on the ground as it is, or maybe letting the palm touch the ground. Sitting tall through the spine, inhaling, reaching the right arm up, 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 getting as high and tall as you can. Breathing in, making a little bit more space, maybe bending over the left side. Maybe looking under the right arm. Take a full round of breath here in and out. Inhaling again. Exhaling, moving, letting the arm come back down. We'll do the same thing to the other side. Inhaling, lifting the left arm. Nice and tall through the spine. You can tuck the chin a little if you need to. Another inhale for more length. Exhale, maybe there's a little more fold in the midline. Maybe you can look underneath your left arm, really stretching through the side. Full breath in, full breath out. One more in. And on the exhale, letting the arms slowly come back down. Perfect. Right side, inhaling, reaching the arm up. Pause here. Another inhale up. Exhale, we'll bring the arm down towards the left knee. Maybe you can use your arm as a lever to get a little bit more of a twist and look over the left shoulder. If that doesn't feel good, stay right here. Let's see if we can do 2 or 3 breaths right in this spot. And on an exhale, we'll gently release the twist, coming back to neutral. And we'll go to the other side. Inhaling, the left arm reaches up, long spine. Pausing here for a breath. And on an exhale, we'll make the twist if you choose, letting the left hand to knee, maybe using this as a lever to turn and look over your right shoulder. 3 rounds of breath here. Remembering to inhale, expand, and exhale, draw back in. And let that come from the belly, that inhale. On an exhale, we'll release back to center. Pause for a moment, noticing any energy you feel in your arms, your shoulders, your spine. And just notice the sensation without judging it good or bad, just letting it be there. Now let's bring some more spinal movement. This will be like cat-cow, but seated. So we'll use our hands on our knees if that feels okay. Inhale, press the heart and chest forward. Belly gets big, maybe look up. Exhale, reverse. Draw the belly in, tuck the chin, round the shoulders. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract, draw in. Inhale. Exhale, let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one here, inhaling, heart forward. Exhale, drawing in. And back to neutral. You guys are doing a great job. Let's go around in some circles like a barrel shape. So we'll go in this shape. So you can start by moving your shoulder to the left, pressing the heart forward and to the right. So that's half a circle. And then exhaling, drawing the belly in and coming to the back. So we just make this nice, slow circle. Let's add the breath. Inhaling halfway. Exhaling, drawing the belly to the spine. Inhaling, keep sitting up tall. Exhaling, coming in. Inhale big. Exhale, drawing in. Good, one more this way. Inhale. Exhale. Good, we'll come back to a neutral seat. Pause for a moment. Notice how you feel. And this time we'll go the opposite direction. So sending the shoulders to the left. Drawing the belly in on the back. Belly forward on the front. So we're still going that same shape. We're just changing the direction of the circle. Got it? So this will be the inhale. Exhale, belly coming in. Inhale. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale, 1 or 2 more. I didn't count, so you do how many you need to do to feel even. And then we'll come back to center for a moment. If you like, come back into Bhu Mudra. So that's the pointer and the middle fingers long, the others tucked in. Gently letting the fingers kiss the ground. Chin tucked in. Closing the eyes, letting the shoulders draw down and back. Coming back to those earthy reds and browns. Coming back to the mantra, I am safe. I am loved. I am safe. I am loved. I am safe. I am loved. You can pause and end this practice here. If you'd like to continue on for some more movement, we'll come on to our hands and knees. So if it feels good, you can put some padding underneath your knees, a blanket or a towel. Spread your fingers nice and wide with the wrists under the shoulders and the knees under the hips, so they're not too far to the side, too far to the front or the back. Come into a neutral position, so your neck is in line with your spine, not down or up. And if you go down and up, that can help you figure out where neutral is. You can have the toes tucked or the feet flat. We're going to do some more of that cat-cow breathing, feeling each finger pressing into the mat, tracing the outline of the palms, knowing exactly what's touching the mat. This is our foundation. This is our base. This is where we get grounded. Feeling the knees, whatever parts of the calves, or the shins rather, and whatever parts of the feet and toes are touching the mat, try to be aware of it all and move from the support that this space offers you. So let these spaces be still and steady as we breathe in, moving through the spine, looking up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, in and out. Back to stillness. The fingers, palms, knees to toes did not need to move for that. See if you can keep them equally as steady. As we make some circles over the wrists, you might feel a little shift in your weight. But for the most, even though we're moving, our foundation remains stable and steady. Change directions. Little shifts in the fingers, little movements in the toes, but still steady. Good job. Finding again your support from the ground up, 10 fingers pressing into the ground, noticing what parts of your palms actually touch the ground, and maybe even lifting them up so you can reconnect with what parts touch. We'll begin to shift our weight onto the right hand and see if you can lift the left hand. Using your core a little bit more here, see if the hand can reach out. Move to the side. Come back forward. Moving it to the side, almost like we're painting or just moving the energy with this hand. Now let it get creative. How do you want it to move? Let it move in that direction. Bring it back down, placing it down purposefully the way that feels good for you. Beautiful. Let's try the other hand. Shifting the weight to the left arm, the left fingers, the left palm. Gently and purposefully pick up the right hand. And begin to play, extending it out, sweeping it back. And then when you're ready, being a little more creative with it. Maybe you're using this as a broom, away the energy that doesn't work for you, the thoughts, the feelings that have no purpose, sweep it away. And then when you're ready, purposefully and intentionally plant the hand back onto the mat, underneath the shoulders, even with the other hand. And we'll begin to challenge our balance now with the legs. I'm actually going to scooch up a little bit so I don't kick my props behind me. So settled into this energy here, I'm going to begin by lifting the left knee off the ground. It's just a little bit off the ground. And then I'm going to extend the foot behind me so the toes are on the ground. And I'm going to press through the heel to stretch the calf. That feels really good. I did a lot of walking yesterday and I really need that stretch. Maybe coming forward a little bit. And then shift back to a nice weight on the hands. The right knee and foot begin to take more of the weight here as you lift the left leg up. Use your core and keep it so that the left hip is not too much higher than the right hip. It's even, that's great. So our foundation has shifted a little bit, but it's still there. We're still nice and steady. Can you draw this knee into the chest, rounding, coming into that cat back and drawing the knee to the nose. Scrunch it up here. Keep pressing your hands and the other foot into the ground. And extend back out. Let the knee drop back down. Tuck both toes under. Option here to lift both knees off the mat for some extra core. Keep breathing, keeping that fire in the belly. Our fire is part of our foundation. It helps us know what fuels us. Let the knees come back down. Our core is where we store a lot of our identity of who we are. So it's important to keep that foundation solid and strong. Lift the right knee off the ground. Extend the leg back, toes onto the mat, pressing through the calf, pressing through the heel rather, stretching the calf. Maybe coming forward and back a little here. And then when you're ready, engaging the core, lifting the leg, keeping the foot flexed and the hips even. So again, not the right hip higher than the left. Feeling the foundation you've created purposefully and intentionally in your fingers and in your left leg. And then drawing the knee to the chest, tucking the chin, breathing. Keep pressing the hands in and the shoulder blades go away from the spine. Can you hold it here just a moment longer? And extend. Bring the knee down. Let the big toes come together. Separate the knees. Draw your hips back towards your feet. Reach your arms out. They're probably ready for a break. And let your forehead come down. Breathe here. Can you feel the wideness in your breath as you inhale? Can you feel the side ribs coming in to the legs, pressing in? See if you can make that a little goal to feel the side ribs pressing in as you breathe wide. Coming back to the mantra, I am safe. I am loved. Resting here. And when you're ready, we'll come back up. Under the shoulders. And we will take our, let's go the left leg again. We're going to take our, bring it up a little bit, draw the knee in towards the chin, and step the foot between the hands. And maybe creep that foot forward a little bit, and maybe creep the back foot behind us, coming into a crescent lunge, a low crescent lunge. Your fingers here are still supporting you. If you notice, your hands are taking a lot of the weight here. Engage your belly a little bit. Draw your legs in, squeezing in towards the midline so that they can take some of that weight. Stay here. If you want to challenge your balance and your foundation, tuck the right toes under, pressing the feet in, straighten the back leg. Good. Maybe play with pressing through the heel a little bit and then coming back to squeezing towards the midline. Let the right hand come down. Left hand into the hip crease so you can keep pulling that hip back and maybe getting a little twist looking up. If it feels okay, you can reach the hand. Keep the back leg engaged so it doesn't just start to droop down here, or keep it completely down. Breathing into this twist, feeling your foundation. Even though you've left the ground, you've made a twist, you're still steady and strong. Let the arm come up over the head, back down to the mat. Let the knee drop. Press the hips back, coming into half splits. Still keeping that left hip back, maybe hanging on to a wall or some blocks, hips, leg. Keeping the front foot flexed. A little counter pose. And once again, we'll slide forward. Your choice of lunge. You can stay low. You can be low and engaged. Or if you like, you can come all the way up. Let the arms be out to the side if that feels better. Squeezing these legs towards the midline. Nice. Then let's let the back heel pop down. We'll open our arms into a warrior two. Breathing. Cartwheel the arms back down. Let your foot slide back. You can hang out here in a plank. You can drop your knees. And when you're ready, lowering down nice and slow. Feeling everything touch the foundation. Into cobra, arms squeezed in, chest forward. Exhale, lower down. Pause here. We're going to do this again, but we're going to use our foundation to push us up this time, feeling from the toes, legs, hips, everything that's going to stay on the ground, really push it into the ground, including your fingers. When you're ready, inhale, exhale up, and back down. Come back into we'll just come back into this puppy pose for a moment, reaching the hands forward. You can have your hips up and your hands forward. And then we'll take the hands back underneath the shoulders. We'll take the right leg up, start to draw it to the chin, bring the foot forward, and we'll find our lunge on this side. So you might need to creep your foot forward a little bit and your back foot back, but we don't want this knee to go beyond ankle. So finding lunge on this side, seeing what that feels like, and then noticing, are you dumping all the weight into your hands? Can you use a little bit more of your core and your feet, squeezing in toward. If you like, you can let that leg become a little more active in the back. Still squeezing in, still feeling what supports you through the toes, through the fingers, being aware of where you are putting the weight. And then if you like, letting the left hand come down and the right hand up for the twist, or the right hand back in the hip crease so that we get the hips in a good position for the twist. Breathing into your foundation, noticing what's touching the ground. Bringing the hand back down, dropping the knee, coming back into the half split. So the front foot is flexed, Right hip crease is back, hanging onto the wall, mat, wherever you are. If your hamstrings are tight, this may be one of your least favorite poses. So if you're in it up here, that's totally fine. Be where you need to be on this side in this breath. And we'll start to walk our hands forward again, coming back into the lunge that you need. Stay low. Lift the back leg if you choose. Press the feet. And if you want to come all the way up, go ahead and come all the way up. Keeping the back leg active, squeezing in towards the midline, noticing what parts of your big toe and your heel are on the mat. How does it wiggle and try to get away? What parts of your feet are really pressing in? Yeah. Around here if you want. If you want to take a twist, you can. Or opening into warrior two, pressing the back heel down. Shoulders over your hips. So we're not going too far forward or too far back. Keeping this leg, the right leg, knee pressing towards the right, but still keeping all parts of the big toe and heel pressing down. And when you're ready, bring all of this back down to the ground. Knee drops. Coming back into the half split. And we'll slide the knee back. Let the big toes separate. Dropping the hips, coming down into child's pose. Practicing again, breathing wide. As you inhale, the belly moves first, gets big. Side ribs expand widely, pressing into the legs. Chest gets wide. And slowly let it go. Keep breathing here. We will close in this position. If you would rather close in the traditional Shavasana, come into that now. But I encourage you to maybe give it a try here in child's pose if it's comfortable. You can take a bolster and put that underneath you so that it's nice and soft. A moment to get comfortable in your child's pose or other closing pose. Ideally something that's very close to the ground. Breathing very slowly and intentionally. Letting the inhale slow and smooth. Not rushing anywhere. Just receiving it. And when you're ready, letting the exhale be equally smooth, maybe even slower. So slow and smooth your breathing is. You're not going anywhere, just enjoying each part of each breath. Hear the sounds that your inhale brings. Notice the quiet and the stillness of your exhale. Notice quiet and stillness of the pauses in between. Trace with your mind's eye every part of you that's touching the mat, beginning with your left foot. Just gently, softly noticing all the parts as you breathe in and out. The parts touching the mat might change. That's okay. Our foundation changes as we move through the day, but still we're able to shift and create new balance. Each inhale and exhale bring you more softness, letting the face relax and the jaw, the eyes, and your neck. Breathing in and out the shoulders, arms, and chest. Soften. The wonderful calm, a sweet heaviness that reminds us that we are safe, we are loved, and we are exactly where we need to be in this moment. Inhaling and exhaling, belly, the back, the hips, each leg, each foot and all your toes, contributing to the softness, the stillness, and the peace. Lay here and breathe for as long as you have. If your mind starts to wander, that's okay. Remind yourself, I am safe and I am loved. Keep breathing. May you know the truth. May we speak the truth. May we feel it. You continue to breathe into your peace and stillness as we reflect our love and light.